Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back up here. And I want to say thank you guys for the comments, and thank you for the new subscribers. Very kind of like an interesting day we're going to have in there as the first quarter moon, which is going to be at Capricorn tomorrow. You're gonna be start feeling it in very late afternoon to kind of like towards 9, 10, 11 p.m. But stay tuned on this until the end of the report. For as the moon moves from the Sag in there, the Sag energy of inspiration in there, this Sagittarius power of uh, doing what I'm going to be doing, this excitement in there and so on, especially following from yesterday's energies. If you're following with the divine energies, guys, then you're going to be understanding what is the divine want. Okay, prove it to me. And this is going to be from talk to do as a pressure is going to be built up because during this pressure, the intuition is going to be at Capricorn, and the Capricorn is always professional. Yeah, we're running out of time. We're running out of this. We're running out of that. For interesting is this kind of like a picture in there because there's a lot of things there written here. Okay, those are the things that you want to do, and sitting in here and watching the clock and see all those things that you need to do within your own self, that puts what? Puts pressure. But pressures with what? In time. You think like there is not enough time, there is not enough situations that you can be able to handle. Now, the way this is that you're doing everything that you can with love. That is going to be the key since Venus is still in this divine yacht with Jupiter and Chiron and Scorpio. Venus is rising up. She's coming out from the underworld. She's coming out from all this, so she can talk about it. What was the problem? What was the issues in the underworld? How solves the issues in the underworld? Then it's going to be having this inspiration. Okay, but the moon it's taken away and it says like, okay, your inspiration, show me, prove it to me. And this is gonna be this kind of like there is no time to prove, there is no time to this, there is no, that's illusion. Okay, what do you need to look at it in there within all this kind of like an interesting energy as the 7 o'clock it's gonna be coming in for you. Pay attention, this Saturn, Mars, and Venus trine is going to be breaking away because of Venus is moving ahead. She's not going to have this trines with Saturn anymore. She's already learned what she needs to learn. She's learned that she needs to go and trust herself within the divine energies deep within her shadow. Hopefully that's you, and you don't fight the universe because Uranus opposing Venus, that is like you going against the love in there. So there's gonna be Venus and Mars, but Mars is still gonna be trining Saturn. So the energies of Venus is gonna go to Mars, and then it's gonna be go to Saturn. So it's gonna be interesting positions that the shift within the masculine and feminine energies that's gonna be in there as the moon. It is exiting Sag. The moon is exiting Sag because the certain changes are coming from Uranus. It's kind of like, okay, intuition, you talk too much to the, can I test you out up here? Can I gonna be testing you out in the Capricorn? Can I put you through all these things? So with this energy that goes on in there as the day goes by, the ascendant is going to be focused at 8 o'clock with Mercury, that it's opposing Chiron. You're going to be talking about things that are not acute, maybe within yourself, maybe you're kind of like a masculine energies that's like, you know what, I'm not feeling it, there is not healed in there. But if you grow and the growth, it's helping you and you're healing within yourself, you're going to be using that intuitions and particularly that yacht that comes in from um, Leo's mid-heaven energies towards the moon to have this power It's basically like, okay, here is your energy boost. Here it's that power. Here is everything in there. Everything you need is here. All I have to do is what? Do it. Whatever you have to do that it's hard for within yourself. The another thing is that up here, the sun, it's gonna begin to this divine energies with Saturn in there, the authority that learning this. Okay, so you now as an authority gonna start having a wisdom. This change is gonna comes in. It's time-wise change because after you get everything, you got all the feeds that you got from the intuition. You got everything in there. You are authorizing. You are approving actions. Okay, and then those actions they're leading to what? To do. So with this to-do energy in there, things is going to be even very more interesting in the next hours. You see, the divine has been here. The divine is really putting those kind of like situations for, and the midheaven there is at Leo. It's pointing out to Saturn. The authority is what? The sun, who is the ruler in there. What zodiac sign that the sun is ruling? It's Leo. So with this kind of like energies right now, both coming in from Leo and Libra towards Pisces, that is going to be that you are using the balance of creating this authority to listen the wisdom that it's coming from your subconscious. So basically, you are learning from within yourself what you deeply know already, but you're not sure what it is. That's what it feels within the subconscious. And when the subconscious comes in and the intuition is getting engaged with this for it, then you have the click, you have the inspirations, you know how to talk, you know how to express it. I have visions about this, I have visions about that. Good, great. But what's happening is there, Pluto that is in Capricorn, it says like, can you do it? Okay, can you do it? So with this interesting energies, even we're talking about at 10 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be at Virgo. Divine energies towards Pluto is divine work. Can you do that work for the divine purpose, or you're doing for your own self? And here is how you're going to be determined if you're going to be doing it or not, even though that the pressures is going to be begin to be built today. So right now you see the purpose, you see the situations, you're in a very good energies within the intuition, powerful stuff that it's coming. Okay, as the ascendant is very close to Venus, it tells you, go look the love that pulls you up, the love that brings you up and up and up and up in the next level, the next level, in the next level. So with that energy in the next hour, the things is going to be a little interesting because the logic and the duality kicks in up here. We're talking about that the midheaven is going to be squaring Jupiter, as we're saying, right up here, and then it's opposing Saturn. This is kind of like I understand, I know I have to grow, I know this is the path of the grow, but I don't like this wisdom, I don't like this knowledge, I don't like these situations. What do you mean I have to study? I don't want to study, I don't want to do this. But for those who knows how to do it, here is that energy that this sextile with Mars and this sextile with Venus, it's putting the masculine feminine energies together because you're healed in that. You are too much wise to recognize those patterns in there. It's like I can take that advice, I can listen to advice, I may be able to go ahead and open up my eyes. It's in there because I maybe know certain things, okay, but maybe somebody can shows me a better way. You've been a self-coachability in that positions in there. Typical for the earth signs is they have self-coachability. They can train themselves of the things. They can self-troubleshooting themselves. Okay. All right. Talking about the next hour, which is going to be at midday. It's 12 o'clock. The midheaven it is going at with the north node, with the south node in there. The past can be really right now drags you down. in a way. That is going to come from squaring the moon, and the moon, it is right now squaring the north node. That's the path that you go, and squaring Neptune, kind of like have no visions. The only thing it is like, oh, we need to talk about this because this needs to be growing. And Mercury is going to be a very powerful, because Mercury, it is going to be establish the balance. Maybe there is some form of misunderstandings. Maybe there is a misunderstood because you're understanding from your point of view, of your own point of experience, while the person is expressing themselves from their point of view, their experience in there. So looking at on this, because Mercury is at Libra, talking about two people talking here, opposing Chiron, that's mean that each of the individuals in there, if there is a misunderstanding, they're going to be looking at unhealed patterns from within. So seeing it as that energies, because the next hour that is going to be really start to coming in as that for the moon is going to be seeking at this typical communications for let's talk about it, let's see it, because I need to talk to someone. That is going to be the actually more proper likely energy to be. I need to see what we need to talk so I can mature with this. But either way, it is going to be some more kind of like cases similar as that, as the energy represents itself in there. All right, talking about authority time, 1 o'clock. Okay, usually around 1 o'clock, the sun is joining with the midheaven. Pretty much similar energies as yesterday, as that intensity here rises up. The moon currently have no positive aspect in there. She is squaring the north node and Neptune. This is like, oh, I don't see what I'm gonna do in there. I don't want to do it, because you don't want to do anything. You're gonna feel like you don't want to do anything in there. So with this kind of like energy of attitude, and you're shifting to a Capricorn, it's like, what do you mean I have to work? I already said what I have to be done, and I can just sit here and I just say it. Yeah, but spoken words doesn't make a movement, right? So with this particular energies within yourself and the ascendant that is at its edge, you're looking at and remind yourself about yesterday with those divine energies. Mars is action, action where in the family. So with this kind of like interesting energies, Mars is focused within what? Within Saturn. Okay, he's like right there. I'm looking at more about Venus, but I remember what Saturn said. I remember what the wise man said. So be mindful of this pressures in there of that hour, because the next hour the divine energy is gonna step in. As you see it, this energy is breaking away because it's put attention at that time within the authority. But right now, this mid-heaven, it's coming. It's like look at deep inside of you. You still want to have this inner happiness. You still want to get to this level of existence that you know from within you. It is embedded within you. It's deeply embedded within your shadow, within your subconsciousness. Go ahead and seek there what this is. And that's what Venus does. Venus does that, as particularly we're talking about that the next hour, the midheaven is going to be exactly with this. See how beautiful those divine energies all of a sudden comes in. It's been 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That energies with Mars is going to be thick. There is going to be a very beautiful synchronizations between masculine and feminine energies. This is kind of like a union, prepares you for all those things that you need to do. First of all, with you, and second of all, with everybody else. But the ascendant that is coming from Capricorn, it says like, the things are coming to test you, dear Mars. Okay, that's square with the sun. You're gonna oppose the authorities. Oh, you're gonna act in the based out of your pain. There is a lot of pain in there. Would you go ahead and get it healed? How are you gonna handle all this? So those intensified energies coming to show you what's gonna happen tomorrow. Here, what's gonna happen tomorrow? The moon is gonna be here. That intensity is gonna be increased. Okay, that intensity particularly is gonna be increased. But still, from today's energies about tomorrow's energies this time, take a look at it where everything is. It is about Venus. It is about love, doing within love. That love that is deeply buried within you, subconscious. And now the power of love gets ignited to take you out of this underworld. Because right now, you know what you need to do in the real world. You need to go ahead and tell the people how to overcome their own selves together with others. So with these energies, they're gonna be for even though the moon hasn't arrived there, that intensity of that energy is gonna beginning to build up. All right, talking about the next hour, which is going to be at 4 p.m. In there. Ascendant is very close with Pluto. Pluto is currently squaring the Mercury and True Lilith in there. True Lilith is about 1 degree away from Scorpio. In there, it's the end. It's kind of like I don't truly see the balance, but I know it's there. So with that transformations, until you don't get to that truth within, then the things is not gonna be. But the energy is very tiny, okay? But it's enough tiny to create a doubt, a shadows of a doubt, a things that gonna be comes in and it says like, oh, maybe it's this, and then you're gonna feel like how's the energy was that up here, all of a sudden just like, what happened? And this is what is this tricky parts inside of you is to catch yourself when you get exactly those things, because this is also going to be connecting a squaring Mercury. What you is important to tell yourself. So a lot of this situations is going to be continue going for, but the next hour, this is going to be remind you about yesterday. This divine energies is like, okay, you're doing for the divine purpose, you're doing for the right thing. Here is that these shadows of a doubt right now, it's coming more clear because you understand there is a shadows of a doubt in there. What did the shadows of a doubt did? Did nothing. The doubt did nothing. Doesn't move anything. Why? You're standing stuck, right? And as the midheaven, the inner work is going to be at Sag, Mars is going to be remembering about the truth that has been spoken about, the actions that it needs to be achieved, and everything that it needs to be go. He's going to start getting what? In fire. Okay? He's going to get ignited in fire. There is going to be also support during this hour of the ascendant of Pisces towards the moon. The intuition is going to be like, I need to look at it someplace else. I mean, I don't have those visions from Neptune. It's clouding my visions. It's clouding the road that I'm going, but I need to get clarity. And the clarity is going to be coming in to stop the duality, because Pisces is also a duality sign. So from the duality, you're killing the shadows of a doubt, and you're beginning to prepare yourself. It's like, okay, whatever it's coming, I can get through it. Okay. All right. 6 p.m. The midheaven, it's with the moon. Now this pressures through Lilith and this energy towards ascendant, the north node, and Neptune, it's increasing. That's kind of like your emotions gonna be like, poof. It's gonna be feeling like you're about to blow up. This is kind of like I have time, I have this, I don't have that, and then and so on. You know, this kind of like a bosses when they're under pressure just before the deadline, and they're going with their chicken heads cut off, and they're working 10, 15 hours a day just so they can complete it, right? And those kind of like a situations, doing the things in the last minute. And here is what you need to understand in there. There is no last minute thing. Figuring it out that the professional doesn't leave the things in the last minute. And as the intuition comes in, it triggers you. The intuition is going to bombard you with all those tasks you're trying to achieve. There is going to be so many tasks, right, in your mind that goes on. So they can take you in attentions of what you need to do. And what you need to do, get yourself out from this Scorpio's energies with love. It's like, okay, nothing's gonna happen. The world's not gonna disappear. I got things that I need to look at within me. I have to learn to practicing the love that I am. And that love here, it's gonna be able to help you even tomorrow. As we're gonna be talking about tomorrow's energy, here's how it's gonna be intensified to all this. Okay, this is gonna be, but as we're talking about today, you are preparing it for this. All right, you're preparing it to get this test, because once you get the test, you're already not going to be dealing with the same thing within the shadow, within the subconsciousness, because guess what, you passed the test, right? Okay, all right, talking about the next hour, this is going to be at 7 p.m. In there, the midheaven, it's going to be here. This is actually going to be the energies tomorrow of this squaring in there, the first quarter moon, for a lot of healing stuff is gonna coming out in the surface, guys. Don't act overreacted. Okay, don't overreact it. The pressure is gonna be asking you to do the wrong things. That's what that does. Every time when you're trying to do something over or under pressure, what do? You do the wrong things. So you're thinking that that pressure is gonna go away. Then you realize the pressure was testing you out. So please, 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 if you have to go out for a walk, go out there. The best thing is to look is there that midheaven that's coming in there with Venus, it's about to love, with Saturn, it is about to getting in there within, and the authority that looks into the divine. Okay, divine, you wanna test me? I'll do it. I said it, I'll do it. And then guess what? Poof. That pressure is not there anymore. You begin to doing it and you start feeling the way that you do what you do. The pressure is off. You did something. Whatever that you did something. You proved to yourself that you have that power inside of you. As the emotions, as the moon is in Capricorn and there as a public servant and so on, also there is the ascendant is going to be at 8 p.m. In there. The moon within divine energy is going to feel this positiveness, this power that it's coming towards within you. And you begin to have this friendliness with what? Within the energies. They're happy, you're happy, they brought you the knowledge, they brought you the information, they give you this know-how, and now because you know how, you do it. Now you see the fruits of your work, which is that will be you. Okay, that first will be you before you do anything else with and the others. All right, talking about 9 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be with Jupiter, powerful energies with Venus and a Chiron. We talk about this in the earlier reports up here, but that energy here begins to build up. Why that energy builds up here? Well, the moon is at 5 degrees. The north node is 5 degrees. So now this energy here builds up so much. That energy with the south node and Lilith is not that much, but overnight will be, because in the morning when you wake up in there tomorrow morning, that energy is going to be affecting you. So please pay attention how you are processing the next 2 hours, which is this is going to be, we're talking about 10 o'clock. As the moon, it's already begin to opposing this ascendant, and it's squaring the knots in there. The intensity is going to start feeling it of all those energies. But if you're following the inner work, which is currently it's a midheaven and Pisces, you're going to be looking at deeply within subconscious that's going to give you the answers and the resources to overcome things in there. All right. So please be careful of how you go to bed, because in the next hour, which is the ascendant, is going to be with Mars. That energy is here with the moon. It's continuously increasing, and Mars right now, if you go within the inner peace here, all right, which is the midheaven, not Saturn, but midheaven here, trines Venus and Mars. That is it. The inner work that you did today brings you because you use the balance between the feminine, the masculine energies. You don't get that balance though. There is something unhealed within you. There is something that it's opposing, something you have not talked, somebody has not released from within yourself. And that energy is going to be kind of like a irritated Mars in the family. So this energy is here for if you go to the bed, particularly without the beautiful power of understanding the masculine and feminine unifications within you, you're not gonna have issues at all. But if you go with these unhealed wounds because of unhealed spoken things in there, like a vulnerability, of course, things gonna go south. But here is that the divine energies towards Saturn and the inner work. You choose the inner work to be done because you see it that it doesn't matter what you do, the conflict first is within you. Okay, by you not being so much focused on one side, but you are focused on both sides of the issues, and you learn it that how to do the things that you need to do is to do it proper ways from within yourself with balance, trying to make everyone happy. You cannot make everyone happy. And there, people who's trying to make everyone happy, they choose a one side. But when you are balancing in there, it's like, hey, you want the happiness, you know the situations in there. You also have to look at the other side. You give too much, you give too much, you give too much, you give too much. What did you receive? Nothing. Why you are mad that these things doesn't work? In the same way, you're continuously, constantly going in there to please this, to find this because you think that these people are like you. No, they're not. And realizing who to help, how to help, where do you get the help, with who is going to be exchanging the proper energies within you, you're beginning to understand the first thing you need to do is exchange those feminine and masculine energies and balance in yourself. It's like, okay, I'm giving to this person, or I need to receive from this person. You're making a balance that, like, I give energy, but I also am receiving some energies. And you're going to begin to understand there is a magic with this giving and receiving. Okay? Because when you put energy out there, that energy begins to move somewhere. You give in there. But if you're not capable of receive or not opening to receive that energies in there, guess what? Even the universe, when it can bring in it to you, you won't be able to receive it. But when you properly open up this giving and receiving in you, then the things is going to begin to flow. But that's what the things to do it is. Okay? It is about this talk to do it stuff. All right, guys. So that's all I have for you. For it, hi Mandy, glad to see you here. Serious times, and I'm at last degree of Capricorn, so that Pluto transit is very strong for me. Wow. That Pluto, it's gonna be kind of like a very particular. It's unfinished business as a responsibility, as a professional in there to kind of like a collect everything that needs to be from the work and then create the innovations. Okay, while the Sach energy is more about let's talk, let's do, and so on, it's more inspirational in there. Capricorn takes that in inspirations and wants to make it true. And when doesn't makes it true, then the next energy, it is Aquarius, which says like, I see what we need to. We take what it works, which is from the Capricorns, and then we're gonna add, create, and innovate things so we can make it work. This is the power of the age of Aquarius. In a base of the old world, we are building a new earth, new consciousness in here. Okay, So this is a also involved with a lot of purging. So you may have a lot of purging within yourself, Mandy. So you're welcome. All right, guys. So that's all it was. If you want to contact me, need some personal readings or something, you can shoot me an email. The email address above. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay, guys. Be love and do it with love. Okay, whatever that is, but do it with love. It's a beautiful day.